Hello students, and today we are beginning algebra. I'm going to be looking at algebra. So the first thing that we need to know when we are going to be doing algebra is the difference between an expression, an algebraic expression, and an algebraic equation. So an expression does not have an equal sign, so it's just consists of variables and coefficients and also constants. An equation has an equal sign. So this is the difference between an expression and an equation. So what are we calling variables? These figures that are represented by letters, x is a variable or an unknown, and 4 is a coefficient. So whenever you're going to be looking at equations or expressions in this topic, you have to remember that this is a coefficient and this is a variable. Variable means it can be any value. The first thing that we need to look at is like terms. So you might be given an equation and you are told to simplify an equation or simplify an expression. You have to learn to group terms that are like in one side and terms that are like to the other side. So you might have constant like terms or linear like terms. These are linear like terms. They have the same letter in different coefficient, but the same power. They have to have the same letter and power. So this is to the power 1, this is to the power 1, this is to the power 1. So these are the same like terms. Also, this is quadratic coefficients. They are to the same power, which is 2, and they have different coefficients, but the same letter and same power. So they have the same letter and they have the same power, same letter, same power. You don't have to look at the coefficients. So that's like terms. Let's try and do a few examples. So that we can get an understanding of grouping like terms. So we are given 4a plus 3b minus 2a plus 5b minus b. And you're told to simplify. So you group like terms. So here is 2a and here is 4a. Here is b, and a b. So we take this one at 4a minus 2a plus 3b plus 5b minus b. So these are like terms. You just say 4 minus 2 remain with 2a plus 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 1. So you remain with 7b. So you have simplified an expression that looked like this into its simpler form. Let's do another example. On simplification. So you have 3x plus 7y minus 12x plus 17y. And you're told to simplify. So you collect like terms. So firstly, I'm going to take the 17y plus 7y, then plus 3x minus 12x. So I've simply rearranged. I've seen students struggle mostly with this 3x. So what you do if there is no sign here, you put an addition sign. It means it's possible. So that each term you can house it with its sign. So you can see that each term has a sign. So when you move them around, they remain with their sign. So moving forward, 17 plus 7, that's 24. 24y plus, so you're going to have 12 minus 3, that's going to be minus 9x minus 9x. So that's the simplified form of this one. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next one. So you have 3a plus 2c bracket minus 4. So 3 you expand this bracket and you also expand this bracket. Then after expansion, we collect like terms. So let's do it. You have 3a, 3a plus 6c minus 8a. So minus 4 times this, that's going to give plus 4c. So let's collect like terms. Let's collect like terms. So you have plus 6c plus 4c. Then you have plus 3a. Remember, this is addition. Plus 3a minus 8a. So this is going to be 10c minus 5a. So this is an expression 10c minus 5.